welcome to my channel. Brown Patriot Girl here. Today I'm doing a reaction video to the Candace Owens Shapiro interview. About an hour long, so I'm just going to watch 10 minutes of it. Introduction, explaining how Candace used to be a Democrat back in 2016 when Trump was running for office, and seeing all the lies and how media was spinning everything just to be negative. This man who was running for office just because he wasn't a political pawn just kind of opened her eyes. Same with me. Like, I had never really thought much about the media or whether or not to believe it. I always just believed it. But then when I saw what they did to this guy, okay, I was already a fan of Trump before he was president. I was a fan of the show Apprentice. I thought the guy had balls and I just loved how blunt he was. And I thought, man, if we could ever just get these politicians out of the White House, we could maybe get somebody who knows what they're doing business-wise. And I know some of you will say, he doesn't, he's had failed businesses. Okay, well, every successful person has had their successes and their failures. There's nobody that just goes like this all the way. Life is like this. So I just appreciated that about him, and I thought, wow, like, I wonder what a guy like that could do in the White House. And apparently Candace was thinking the same thing in 2016. So I'm gonna get into this. Hang on a minute. All right, I'm back. I forgot the rule.
Let's start with where America is right now. We're watching, as we speak, major riots in Kenosha, Wisconsin. We've seen major riots in Seattle. We've seen major riots in Portland, in LA, in Washington, D.C., in New York City, in Chicago. Virtually every major city, all Democratic governed, has broken into extraordinary levels of rioting and looting. The media have informed us that all of this is apparently a good thing, that this is changing America in a positive way. Barack Obama suggested at the DNC that the protesters are really doing something wonderful, and the media have conflated the protesters with the rioters and with the looters. So I want to get your overall opinions, first of all, on the Black Lives Matter movement, because it seems to me that Black Lives Matter can mean three separate things, and there's been an attempt to conflate all of them. One, the inarguable proposition that black people matter. Second, the idea that Black Lives Matter as an organization is good, which seems crazy. And third, that America is systemically racist and evil. And I've yet to see exactly how the Black Lives Matter movement, which seems to stand for both the organization and the idea that America is evil, how is that making America better?
Yeah, is Black Lives Matter making America better? Somebody please tell me, because I don't feel like it is.
Do you believe that what's going on right now in America, and has been going on since the death of George Floyd, has made America better in any way?
No, I mean, I think I've kind of made myself a staunch adversary of the Black Lives Matter movement. It is the antithesis of everything that I believe in as an American, first and foremost. And no, yeah, they're operating under the guise of something that's common sense. Black Lives Matter, and they're doing nothing to prove or to show that Black Lives matter to them because they don't care about Black lives. We know that all across America, in major cities, Black crime rate has gone up, Black homicide rate has gone up. Black people are dying because of Black Lives Matter activism. People burning down and looting Black neighborhoods, taking away Black jobs. So I hate everything to do with Black Lives Matter, and I have used my platform and my voice to speak out against what is ultimately a big lie, right? This is all built upon the idea that Black Americans are being gunned unarmed by a police officer. We're just peacefully, doing our business, and a police officer sees us and they come up to us and they want to shoot us and they want to kill us, and that's a lie.
Just walking down the street and the police are like, oh, a Black person, get him. That ain't true.
If you are genuinely concerned about Black lives, if I was going to be fearful in America, I would be more afraid of a Black person, a Black male, a Black perpetrator than I would be of a white person or a white police officer. Going by the statistics, we kill our own people way faster than any other person. I actually say this, and it's controversial. If you are truly, sincerely a white supremacist in America, the best thing you could do is do nothing. And let Black America tend to itself, because what we do to ourselves, right, when left unattended to ourselves, is way worse when you look at the statistics than allowing any other group to come in and try to do anything to us, and that's including, of course, police officers who are not killing Black Americans for no reason.
Especially nowadays with the way people are treating cops, there's a lot of reason to be on the defense of your police officer.
Okay, so the main pitch, it seems, of the Democratic Party these days is that America is systemically racist. According to the 1619 Project, America was rooted in racism. America's a 400-year story of nothing but the foundations of racism being carried out in every aspect of American life. So how much do you think that racism is actually an obstacle to Black Americans living today? Not in 1960 when Jim Crow, not in 1860 when slavery was a thing, but today in 2020 America.
It's not at all an obstacle to Black Americans today. It is just, there is no systemic racism. There is no law. There is nothing that says that I can't do something as a black person that you can do. So it's completely false.
Right. Every goal I've ever tried to do in life, there's never been anybody saying you can't do it because you're black. That's never happened.
So it's completely false. What we're really talking about is the fact that people want to absolve themselves of personal responsibility, and we're being helped. If there's anything that's systemic in America today, it's white guilt. And that's the biggest problem that we have in America today is white guilt. It's been institutionalized, it's been politicized, politicians, white people feeling bad for themselves, and therefore allowing people, allowing black people and white people alike, you know, Antifa, Black Lives Matter, to run around and act like toddlers. Right? So there's an emotional immaturity that is happening in Black America and is spawned from the education system, which shapes you from the time that you are in kindergarten to believe that because you're black, you can't in America. When you keep telling a child over and over again they can't because they won't. Right? They will begin to believe in their own futility. This is the thing that I try to conquer, right? I try to go out there and I try to speak and I try to say the problem, if you want to talk about anything systemic, it's that white people keep allowing
it's just every 4 years the Democrats want you to believe that.
They won't allow black Americans to get up onto
make it all better with their political dreams and aspirations, and then when they get in the office, what did we say we'd do for you? Trump's doing things way more than he gets credit for.
You know, I would say what the left has realized is that race is sort of represents an Achilles heel in America, meaning that they know that if they stroke this one issue because they've done such a good job of programming people to believe that it's still ever present, and it's not, it's just not, that they can inspire riots, they can inspire protests, and they can inspire upheaval, and that's what they want ahead of an election cycle. Somehow they're pinning all of this stuff in the back of conservatives. It makes no sense, you know, and you have corporations that are capitulating to this ridiculous narrative, and it just becomes a way for them to seize control and can seize power by reducing black Americans to emotional toddlers. And that's what we're seeing. You know, we're seeing a toddler response to things, not waiting to get more information, just saying black versus white. And it's remarkable if you look at the actual headlines, right? We know that you're more likely as a white person to be killed by a black person the other way around. But when a white person is killed by a black...
I hate this whole conversation of race. I hate that we're even bringing that up. I gotta pause this for a minute. I'm about 20 minutes in. I've skipped ahead a little bit. But I just hate this topic about white and black. What about the Asian people, the Mexicans and the Brazilians? I don't know. There's so many more races in this country than white and black. And quite frankly, that's an old argument. Sure, there's still racist people around. Sure. There always will be. There always will be. That's their problem, not mine. It's not stopping me from achieving my dreams and goals. And it's not stopping anyone else. I just find it a frustrating topic because with all of these protests and all of these riots and all of this divisiveness, I'm afraid for the direction our country is headed. It seems like it's headed in the opposite direction of what they're saying they want it to. They're bringing it more to the forefront. I don't care your religion, I don't care your sexual orientation, I don't care your gender, I don't care your race, I don't care any of it. Are you a good person? Are you treating me with kindness and respect? Do you love this country? Those are all things I care about. Yeah, I don't look at people like that. I just never have in my life, and I don't want my kids to look at people like that either. I would never want my child to be chosen or not chosen for something based on their gender or the color of their skin. Kamala Harris. She makes a lot of good points. Later on in the video, the parts that I did see yesterday, one of the things that resonated with me was that the amount of racism that I've personally experienced in America has been equal on both sides. I am half black, growing up in a white family, and I used to get accused from black people of pretending to be white or trying to be white or trying to deny my blackness, and it was just who I was. It was just how I talked or dressed or acted. That happened just as much as any sort of racism that I got from white people. Actually, I would say white people are more prone to just not say anything than to actually come up to my face and be openly racist towards me. So it's just frustrating to see our country being portrayed in that light when I know that that is not true. Does it happen? Sure it does. Sure it does. Do I think that all of these police shootings are justified? Probably not all of them. I think it's really unfortunate any kind of police shooting is unfortunate. I'm sure that there are cops who are trigger happy, but I'm sure that there are ones who really hope they never have to use that weapon. You can't just label everybody under one category for being a police officer or being a Trump supporter. This video got a little bit away from the reaction, but it became more about race in America, whether or not I think that's a thing. And these are just some of my opinions on that topic. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give me a like and subscribe to my channel for more. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!